In this video, we are going to talk about the rarest cars of all time. So before starting, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for future updates. These are some of the world's rarest cars, and their prices reflect it. These 10 cars are all rare and pricey. The car companies featured here are recognized for their high-performance, high-priced vehicles. But even Lamborghini, Ferrari, and Bugatti wouldn't list their standard-priced cars at these ridiculous rates. No. The rarest and most costly cars are the ones that are one-offs, limited editions, special issues, or find. They're usually commemorative cars, marking a company's anniversary or a particular event, or vintage race cars from the 1950s and 1960s. They may even be cars Steve McQueen starred in. You won't be disappointed with the combination of old and new, sports and luxury cars. Number 10. 2008 Maybach Excelero, $8 million. The Maybach Excelero is a one-off high-performance sports automobile produced by the German firm Maybach Motorenbau GmbH, a division of Daimler Chrysler. The automobile was unveiled in 2005. It was powered by a twin-turbo V12 engine that produced 690 horsepower, a top speed of 218 miles per hour, and a 0 to 62 miles per hour acceleration time of 4.4 seconds. The car was utilized in an episode of the long-running German show Cobra 11, which made it relatively famous. According to Top Gear, the automobile was purchased by American rapper Birdman in 2011 for $8 million, yet Motorvision tracked down the car and confirmed the earlier sale was untrue. They determined that the car was owned by Mechatronic and located in Germany. Rapper Jay-Z also included the automobile in his song Video Lost One, which gave the car a renewed high notoriety. A current Rolls-Royce Phantom is 20% shorter and 25% lighter than a Bugatti Type 41. The Type 41 is one of the world's largest cars, and unofficially one of the most stylish. Only 3 of the 7 built were sold, as even European nobility didn't want them. The first chassis alone cost $30,000 to manufacture. 6 of the cars still exist today, one of which was wrecked. According to Forbes, this automobile cost $10 million in 2001, although Carbuzz reported in 1987 that one sold for $9.7 million at auction. Number 9. Bugatti Type 41 Royale Kellner Coupe, $9.7 million. Bugatti was recognized for their luxury cars before their high-end, high-priced supercars. The Royale was a large luxury automobile produced between 1927 and 1933. It weighed 7,000 pounds and had a 12.763-liter straight-8 engine, which is huge. A current Rolls-Royce Phantom is 20% shorter and 25% lighter than a Bugatti Type 41. The Type 41 is one of the world's largest cars, and unofficially one of the most stylish. Only 3 of the 7 built were sold, as even European nobility didn't want them. The first chassis alone cost $30,000 to manufacture. 6 of the cars still exist today, one of which was wrecked. According to Forbes, this automobile cost $10 million in 2001, although Carbuzz reported in 1987 that one sold for $9.7 million at auction. Number 8. 1953 Jaguar XK120C, $13.2 million. The Jaguar XK120C C-Type was a racing sports automobile produced from 1951 to 1953. Haynes, R.J. Knight, and Malcolm Sayer designed the car's lightweight tubular frame and aerodynamic body. Only 53 were constructed, and only 43 were sold to private owners, making it the world's rarest Jaguar. A 1953 C-Type sold for $13.2 million at an RM auction in Italy in 2015. There were 2 versions of the car, one with a tuned 205 horsepower 3.4-liter twin-cam straight-six engine and one without. The C-Type had great racing success, winning the Le Mans 24 Hours twice, in 1951 and 1953. To beat the new Mercedes-Benz 300 SLs, Jaguar rearranged the aerodynamics to boost speed. However, the reconfiguration caused overheating from a susceptible cooling system. Number 7. 1998 McLaren F1 LM, $13.75 million. The McLaren F1 LM is a track-focused version of the F1. The automobile was designed to honor the 5 McLaren F1 GTRs that finished 1st, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 13th in the 1995 24 Hours of Le Mans. The LM uses the same F1 GTR engine and chassis as the F1. Only 6 were manufactured, and only 5 were sold. McLaren kept the 6th to create the F1 chassis. The F1 LMs are all identifiable by their papaya orange paint treatments, a reference to Bruce McLaren's race color. The 1995 F1 GTR's engine, but without the race-mandated restrictors. It has a 6.1-liter V12 with 680 horsepower and 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.9 seconds, due to big wheel spin at the start of the test. It once held several records, including 0-100-0 mph in 11.5 seconds over 828 feet. The car's top speed is 225 miles per hour, which is slower than the normal F1 GTR. One of these cars sold for $13.75 million in 1998. Number 6. 1970 Porsche 917, $14 million. The Porsche 917 is a classic sports car prototype. That car won the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 1970 and 1971. Second, it was in Steve McQueen's Le Mans. The automobile driven by McQueen in the film sold for $14 million in 2017, a Porsche record. Number 5. Aston Martin DB4 GT Zagato, $14.3 million. The Aston Martin DB4 GT Zagato was introduced at the 1960 London Motor Show. It was improved at the Zagato facility in Italy, where a run of 25 cars was scheduled, but manufacturing ceased on the 20th. The car has a cult following, resulting in 2 Zagatos modeled on the DB4. Zagato is a world-renowned coach builder. They've been around since 1919 and designed some iconic cars, like this one. The car had a 3.7-liter twin-spark straight-six engine that produced 314 horsepower and went from 0 to 60 in 6.1 seconds. This car is smaller, more aerodynamic, and 100 pounds lighter than the DB4. An original just sold for $14.3 million at auction. Number 4. 1961 Ferrari 250 GT California SWB Spider, $17.16 million. A Ferrari 250 GT was utilized in the 1980s movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off. According to Carsumo's Shergo Bazari, just 55 of these cars were ever produced. Many racing vehicles were built between 1953 and 1964, including the Ferrari 250 GT. Ferris Bueller's Day Off included a fiberglass-bodied reproduction of the 250 GT Spider California. James Coburn sold a 1961 SWB to Chris Evans for £5.5 million. A barn-find 1961 SWB utilized in the Jane Fonda film Les Felons sold for $15.9 million in 2015. Finally, on March 11, 2016, a 1961 SWB sold for $17.16 million at the Omni Amelia Island Plantation. Number 3. 1956 Aston Martin DBR1, $22.5 million. The Aston Martin DBR1 was a 1956 World Sports Car Championship race car. Its most notable track triumph came in 1959 at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, Aston Martin's sole outright victory. A winner of both the Le Mans 24 Hours and the World Sports Car Championship, it is one of only 3. The others were the Ferrari 375 Plus in 1954 and the Ferrari 250 TR in 1958. It also won the Nürburgring, Le Mans, and Tourist Trophy in 1959, matching the Ferrari 250 TR's record. The DBR1 won 6 World Sports Car Championships in the 1950s, a record that was broken by the Ferrari 250 TR. The automobile was fitted with a race-spec Lagonda straight-six engine to comply with Le Mans regulations. It had a 2.5-liter 250 horsepower engine. A DBR1/1 sold for $22,555,000 in August 2017, a world record for a British-built automobile. Most important Aston Martin ever made, according to Bloomberg. According to the Telegraph, only 5 of these cars were ever produced. Number 2. 1957 Ferrari 250 Testarossa, $39.8 million. The Ferrari 250 TR is a race car from the 1950s and 1960s. The car was introduced towards the end of the 1957 racing season to prepare for Le Mans and the new 3-liter engine restriction. The 250 TR trounced the competition when racing, as you can see from other entries on this list. With 10 World Sports Car Championships and 3 24 hours of Le Mans wins, the car is a legend. Only the Aston Martin DBR1 came close, and it did, on 4 separate occasions. Between 1956 and 1961, Ferrari constructed 34 Testarossas. Testarossa referred to its paint job. The 250 TR was produced in 2 factory variants and 19 customer models between 1957 and 1958. It is the second most valuable Ferrari, valued at excess of $8 million. One automobile sold for $16.4 million in 2011. A record at the time. In 2014, another one sold for $39.8 million, making it the second most costly Ferrari ever sold. Number 1. 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO, $52 million. The Ferrari 250 GTO was a Group 3 Grand Touring car constructed between 1962 and 1964. It had a Tipo V12 engine. This automobile was limited to 39 units, 33 with the 1962-63 bodywork, Series I, 3 with the 1964 bodywork, Series II, and 3 330 GTO Special Edition cars with bigger engines. In the US, the GTO cost $18,000, and buyers had to be personally approved by Enzo Ferrari and his dealer. In 2012, a 1962 GTO built for Sterling Moss sold for $38,115,000. In 2018, a second 250 GTO set the record for the most expensive automobile ever sold at auction, fetching $48,405,000. Unofficially, a private owner paid $70 million for a 1963 Ferrari GTO. Have you seen any of the above cars? Let us know in the comment box below. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Thank you.